Okay. Wow. So yesterday was my derby new skater workshop, and I'm dying. It was awesome. I had a great time while I did it. Everybody was really cool. All the girls that were coming in to try to skate were great, and all the derby girls were awesome. Um, but my ass and my thighs are broken. That's how I feel. Like literally, they're broken. Um, I didn't. I was probably not the wisest person ever when I went and did Zumba the day before the derby workshop. But I've been working out. Day in, day out for weeks. So I've been doing the elliptical. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, Zumba, no big deal. That'll get me pumped up and ready for derby. Well, no, it just made me use muscles that I wasn't used to using in my legs, and then I had to go and use those very same muscles for 6 hours yesterday at derby. So, it hurt. It was hard. It was really hard. It was amazing. I love it. I totally want to pursue this and continue with this. They give you like critiques at the end of the workshop. You have a one-on-one with one of the derby people, and they've been taking notes on you the whole time and everything. And they Calculator, which is the girl who did my one-on-one, she's like, you are going to be an awesome blocker one day if you can get low. So she's also 6 foot tall. I'm 6 foot tall. Being 6 foot tall is like a disadvantage when you are in derby, because you have to get as low as the rest of the pack to be stable. So whereas some of the shorter girls, they're just bending their knees a little bit, I have to get low like I am squatting over a toilet, like that low, which is really hard. So I got to work on my thighs, a lot of work on my thighs, and today I am paying for it. I feel it. Even my arms are sore, and I don't even know what I did with my arms. I fell a couple times, so I don't know if it was that. I don't know if it was just the whole body motion of skating or what, but even my arms hurt. And I fell on I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I fell, and so this one's all swollen compared to this one. And I hear my son yelling, Mommy. Just a minute, buddy. I'm doing my video. I'll be right out there. So I sprained my thumb, or did something terrible to my thumb. I have my wrist guards on, but your thumb hangs out. So when I hit the ground, I tucked it up under or something. So now this joint right here is killing. Hopefully it will feel better. I fell on my butt really hard one good time, but I don't have a bruise or anything, and it feels better today. It just hurts if I lay right on my tailbone. I think it's just bruised. It's not bad. I do have several miscellaneous bruises on my legs that I don't really know where they came from. And so I'm kind of sore and beat up today. The derby workshop, let me tell you a little bit about that. It was amazing. We started up with working out in our tennis shoes and warming up and doing lunges and squats and things like that and running and blah, 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 which was all fine. And then we got our gear on. They checked our gear, and then we started skating with basic skating skills, like we did all 8 wheels on the track, and just skating by propelling with your body movements and not lifting your feet to push off like you would normally do when you skate. And then we practiced crossovers, which I'm not that good at yet, but I'm getting there. I'm really good at doing the little snake thing, though. I can get between all the obstacles, and I felt like I did really good. I was fast compared to some of the other girls, although everybody did pretty good. I was pretty fast, and I really love it. I can skate for sure. It's just getting my butt closer to the ground, and since I'm so tall, that's really hard. We fell a lot, on purpose, teaching us how to fall properly, falling on our knees. We did this one crazy thing where you would fall on your knee, do a 180 turn around, and then stand up, skate, 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 fall on your knee, do a 180 turn around, stand up, skate, skate, skate. And when you stand up, you can't use your hands on the ground. Like, you cannot put your hands on the ground and help yourself get up, and you're wearing skates. So that was hard because that's a lot of core and a lot of thigh. And my thighs by that point were already jello, and that was like 4 hours in or whatever. So, and that was hard. But I got through it. I did it. At one time, I fell 3 times trying to get up. I just kept falling, and Kalki Hader was standing right there, and I was like, I am not using my hands to get up. I'm not. So she got down on her hands and knees, and she showed me that if you press on your thigh with your hands, it's kind of like a cheat, and it helps you to get up, and it did help me. And so I did it. I mean, it was a challenge, but I did it. And I feel like I could totally do this. I mean, I was having my doubts, and my pain today is obviously not where I want to be, but that's just a drive that I need to exercise more and get working on these thighs even more than I already am, and in different ways. So, that's a good thing. Tammy Faye Breaker, she was really encouraging and told me that she was really impressed with me, and, you know, she felt like I did a good job. And she's not part of the training committee. I think she's just like an ambassador for all of us newbies. But, you know, that made me feel really encouraged. And she told me she was really impressed. And, you know, I know that I can do this. I know that I can, and I will. So the next step, now, after they've beaten me down, is tomorrow they have a scrimmage. And so I would get to go out tomorrow as an NSO, which is a non-skating official, and do a little job, keep points, or work the penalty box or whatever, which is going to help me to learn the rules of the game, and also help me to get to know some of the Derby girls and, you know, kind of get the feel and keep the passion alive, because right now I have this big passion for it and I really want to do it, and it's going to take me a while to get from where I am to Derby ready, so I don't want to lose it between there and here. Or here and there. So I'm going to do that as a non-skating official tomorrow and turn in my paperwork and stuff, and then I'll be eligible to start practice next Sunday, so a week from today. I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm excited. I just need to work on these thighs. So that's really going to be my focus is Derby stance, which is low, 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 low for us tall girls. Let me think. I borrowed some knee pads because the knee pads that I could find wouldn't fit me. They didn't really fit me, the ones I borrowed, but she just taped them on, so she helped me. And just the strap wasn't quite long enough, so we just taped it up really good, and they worked fine. It's amazing how a good set of knee pads feels. As far as my weight loss, I don't know. I didn't weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself. I was too tired. I stayed the night with a friend last night, and then Asher and I came home, and I'm just like, ugh. So, I don't know what I weigh today, but it doesn't really matter. It hasn't been a week. You know, either way. I'm having a little hard time eating today, and I don't know if it's because I'm just so tired or what. So I've been doing my, oh yeah, protein shakes, which they're really not bad. At first I thought they were disgusting, but that's because I was doing chocolate, and I don't know, it was just totally grossing me out. The fruity ones are not so bad, so the bananas and cream and the strawberries and cream are both good, and that's 32 grams of protein, so I'm going to work on that this morning, just drink that down, something easy, and then try to eat something, you know, in a couple hours. Let's see. Oh, and I also took an awesome, excellent, wonderful, thank you very much, Laura Manley, an awesome, excellent, wonderful bath in her huge jacuzzi tub this morning with Epsom salts, so that would help my muscles. So hopefully it did. And I took some Aleve, and so I'm just going to do a lot of relaxing today and a lot of recuperating and rest, ice compression and elevation, and hopefully my sore butt and legs and arms and abdomen and everything will feel better. My neck feels pretty good, so that's one good thing. Also got one big blister from Derby, so on my toe, but you know, that's par for the course. Doesn't hurt or anything. It was just like a little skin blister. So basically the moral of the story is Derby is hard as hell. You're gonna have to love it and really, really want it. And you're gonna have ugly legs and feet because you're gonna get beat up. But it was everything that I had hoped it would be. It was awesome. It was excellent. Their space is awesome in the warehouse, and it's so, you know, it's their own space. So I think that's really neat, not to have to go to practice at a skating rink. You practice at your own rink. So everything's good. I'm moving in the right direction. I'm going to be a Charlotte roller girl. And I think it's going to line up great with the rest of my life. Which is kind of a joke because the rest of my life is chaotic and I have a lot of stuff going on. And I'm in nursing school and all that stuff. But on Mondays I already am going to practice, or I'm going to clinical, so then I can just go after the clinical to the scrimmage. And I'm already in Charlotte. I just got to find somebody to watch my little man. So I know my sister and my friends will help me out with that. So, you know, and then the other practice is on Sundays. So maybe Asher's dad could have him on those times on Sundays while I go to do practice. So we are going to make it. We're going to make it. It's just going to take a while. And I guess that's it. I just want to give you guys a quick update, which turned into a 12-minute update. Shocking. Who likes to talk? I do. Okay. See you guys probably Wednesday. Bye.